I honor you for watching here on YouTube Live at Blooming Light at Blooming's Tribe. If you are a decent being, I honor you for watching. If you happen to be logging in live, then you're logging in on, I believe it's Friday. I could be wrong. I think it's Friday. Oh, Lordy. Is it the 3rd? September the 3rd, 2025. It's a no 5:23 p.m. Central Standard Time to be in the U.S. Okay, so this message is a short one, and it goes with a message that I did yesterday regarding like messages, songs that came through while I was doing a whole lot of self posting. And there was a channeled message that came from the feminine side first. And hers was She Needs a Hero. It's an old school, I want to say 80s song. And it was like, I need a hero. I need a hero. Okay, something like that. So essentially, the reason why that was coming from her, it wasn't because she's looking to be rescued per se. For feminine, it was more about the fact that she's accepted who she is and what her life is, and she is seeing things for what they are, and she realized, like, okay, for her to have a partnership with anybody, she's going to need a hero. They're going to have to be strong, a fighter, because it's inevitable to have like this opposition. It's inevitable that there's going to be spiritual attacks, physical attacks, plots and strategies and schemes. And so she is more saying, like, look, she's got a lot of people attacking her. She has a lot of haters. Okay. Um, she needs a hero. He's gonna have to be able to um business. He's gonna have to be long enough to basically alchemize or transmute the spell work that's inevitable, because anytime there's two beings, okay, and you all know I don't have no specific like religious transcended, okay, but what I am coming to understand is this: no matter what, there are some energies and powers that be that have an issue with beings coming together that are um, consciously evolved and expanded. No issue with karmic couples, no issues with beings that are gonna continue to perpetuate the karmic template. Okay, so you ain't gonna see much opposition with that. Okay, you're not gonna see as much weirdy, strange things made for lifetime. It's not. You're not gonna see that much there. But when it comes to two beings that they hold some kind of code or frequency or something like that, it's gonna be a lot of fuckery. So feminine side was, I need a hero. Okay, that was her channel message, like, to the universe. It's like, nah, you can't. You just can't. Because too many then took a hit. Her life has showed her that when they're not that, they go down. They go down. They go down hard. They go down. They end up trapped in these karmic, and they never get out. Some of them die. They die, and if they don't physically die, they die. They become like nunches. They become just, you know, utterly drained by those choices, and just like a shell of a person. And yeah, so they die, they go to jail. So feminists like, okay, now moving forward, she needs a hero. Like, I need a hero. He's got to be able to fight. Oh yeah, maybe with his fist. Ain't nothing wrong with a little old school. Ain't nothing wrong with a little old schooly school, if on reserved. Not something that we want to advocate for. You know what I'm saying? Certainly not. But if situation warrants, there's nothing against self-defense. So but more so energetically, spiritually, because there's going to be spell work, there's going to be plots, and then the feminine, she has a lot of haters. So they're going to have to be able to be her protector. Not that she needs a protector, but like her backing in the physical, okay? Because it is what it is. It is what it is. So they're going to have to be strong. Now, the other song that came through, that was from feminine. From the masculine, yesterday, it was the whispers. Um, damn, I forgot it. I already know the whispers. Something, something. If you just say yes. If you just say yes. Okay, it was that. And it was Milli Vanilli. Girl, you know it's true. Now, here's the next song that's from him. So maybe in the between that, he was kind of channeling something that, you know, his experience has been. Okay, so let's see. It says, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. By U2. It says, I've climbed highest mountains. I have run through the fields only to be with you. I have run, I have crawled, I have scaled these city walls only to be with you, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. I have kissed honey lips, felt the healing in her fingertips. It burned like fire, this burning desire. I have spoke with the tongue of angels. Wow. I have held the hand of a devil. Oh. It was warm in the night. I was cold as a stone, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Wow, he said it was warm in the night, but I was cold as a stone. I believe in the kingdom come. Then all the colors will bleed into one. But yes, I'm still running. You broke the bonds and you loosed the chains, carried the cross, interesting, of my shame. Oh. Is he saying the feminine carried the cross of his shame? You broke the bonds and you loosed the chains, carried the cross of my shame. You know I believe it, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Interesting. So, you know, maybe it looks like the masculine's trying to explain that, you know, he knows that he's come across both good and evil. Maybe he's learned some hard lessons with that. Maybe he kept looking for the good in a bunch of people. Maybe he kept looking for feminine in a bunch of folks. And he still haven't found what he's looking for. Looks like he's dealing with shame. So this is a masculine that is shame of some actions. Because he said, carrying the cross of my shame. I know this might be religious based, but again, I don't channel in that way. Carry the cross of his shame. Feminine could have got caught in a crossfire of masculine's bullshit. But she was the one that provided liberation. And he is shamed. He's shamed of some kind of actions that he took. Okay. So, anywho, I wanted to add that because I had to end this and come back on like in a matter of 5 minutes collective for those of you who actually come in. I'm talking to my legit motherfuckers. Those of y'all who come in, we're going to talk a little bit more about, I did a video on how to tell, like what are some of the signs and symptoms of somebody doing some kind of a baneful spell work in your energy. Okay, so and tools off at the end. I was just about to tell, I was telling them how they could break if they're suspecting if there's somebody that put a love spell on them. And it was like, it just like went out. I was like, son of a bitch. Because on my side, I was still talking. And I only know because I went back to the video to check it out. So that's gonna be. I was like, oh, that's fucked up. Right as I was gonna give folks the tooly tools, bitch. Because not everybody out here in these here streets, appreciate that. I ain't gonna use the word appreciate, but not everybody want that shit. It's one of those things we can eliminate. The process of elimination, if we do that, you see that? Some of us want something more authentic or an organic. Okay? So, anywho, dot is dot. We're going to come back with that. And if I have time, which I doubt it, because I'm still in the background doing some other stuff, but we'll see. Okay? What will we do? Feminine, what will you do? Looks like you're going to be having choice of masculines, new love, old love in your energy. Masculines, there's some masculines out there trying to get over it, some shameful acts,